What's up guys, in today's video I'm going to show you one of the most simplest but most powerful ICT tools, which is the premium and discount levels. I'm going to show you how to set it up in TradingView, but first let me go ahead and talk to you real quick about why it's so important. So basically the logic behind premium and discount. So premium equals above the 50% midpoint of a dealing range. This is where ICT teaches that price is expensive, so basically smart money institutions are more likely to look for sales setups in this area. And then the discount range, which is below that, it's below the 50% midpoint of the dealing range. This is where price is cheap, so basically smart money is more likely to look for long setups or buy setups at this point. The concept comes from the idea that institutions don't want to buy when price is already expensive, above equilibrium, and don't want to sell when it's already cheap. So that's basically the logic behind it. And then let's go ahead and come into this one real quick. So how ICT uses it in trading. So basically finding bias. If price is in a discount, bias leans towards longs. If price is in a premium, bias leans towards shorts. So combining with order blocks and IFVGs or FVGs, I'm sorry. So ICT doesn't trade premium discounts alone. He uses it as a filter. For an example, in discount, look for a bullish order block or a fair value gap to get set up for a long. In premium, look for a bearish order block or breaker to go short. So institutional mindset, it's about thinking like a buyer and seller with size. They accumulate positions in discount and distribute in premium. And the last option slide thing I have here is, why does it matter to you? It keeps you from chasing price. It reinforces patience and waiting for price to come into a favorable area before looking for setups. It gives you a framework to organize your ICT concepts like market structure shifts, order blocks for value gaps, and it confirms it's in a premium or a discount. So now that we got these three little concepts out the way, you guys can go ahead and screenshot these real quick if you want to save them for later. So there you guys go. Go ahead and get these screenshotted and whatnot. And now I'm going to go ahead and take you into the charts and show you how to set it up. Okay guys, so here we are on TradingView, and as you guys can see, I have the tool set up right here. Anything in red in this area, this is obviously the premium range, and then below here, this is what you would consider discount. Right here at the 0.50, this is the equilibrium. And if you guys remember from the previous slide, this is just a quick definition. Premium equals anything above the 50% midpoint, you're going to be looking for shorts. So anything above this 50% line, everything in here, you're going to be looking for short setups. And then anything below the 50% midpoint, you're going to be looking for long setups, right? So this is kind of a good example of what it's talking about, all right? And I'm going to show you how to set it up, and then I'm going to show you some examples of how we can look for trades whenever they're in these levels, right? This is on a 15-minute, and then we'll go down to the 5-minute and look for setups to take it up here, and then look for setups from here to take it down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and set it up right now. So the way you set it up, you're going to come over here. Actually, you're going to come up here to this toolbox thing. It's going to be so basically you have 1, 2, 3, this third tool down. Go ahead and click this arrow. You're going to look at all these tools right here. It's going to be this GAN box is what I use, because a lot of other traders use the Fibonacci retracement, but I have that set up for different things. So I went ahead and found that if you set up the GAN box, it works just the same. So what you're going to do is go ahead and click the GAN box, and then once it's on there, you're going to come like, just hold on. So basically when you click the GAN box, right, so go ahead and click it, you're going to have it like this. But the way to edit it, we're going to go ahead and click it in here. You're going to come into settings, and then you're going to come to style. And right here, guys, this is how I have it set up. So if you want to go ahead and screenshot this, it'll set up exactly like what I have here, because if you don't, all these things will be checked and it'll look crazy. So go ahead and screenshot this and do exactly like what I have here. So you're going to check the 0, the 1, and the 0.5, and then here you're going to make this color right there. Make sure the opacity is right here at 100%, and then you're going to go ahead and check number 1, and then I have this color selected again, 100% opacity, and then we'll have the 0.5 checked here, and then I have this color as red, and that's going to be your premium range. And then over here I have the labels to the left. As you guys can see, I have the numbers here. If you guys want them to the left and right, just click that, and you guys can see they did populate on the right side, but I don't like that, so I went ahead and take that off. And then the background, this is where you can make this darker, or fade it more, so you can mess with that here. I'll show you real quick. You guys can see, so just put it to where you like it. I like to kind of see what's going on behind it, so I have it like right there. I don't mess with anything in here as far as time levels, and then all this is checked down here. The background is I guess it doesn't really matter if you don't have anything to check, but basically just use it like this. But the most important thing is come in here and save as, and you're going to go ahead and name it premium and discount, and then go ahead and push save. So anytime you use this GAN box, whenever you draw it out, it's going to be exactly what it is here. If you guys are wondering, I didn't mess with anything over here as far as coordinates or visibility. So the only thing you want to mess with is everything here on this first box, which is the style, and just do what I did here, and you guys will have it set up just like me. All right, so let's go ahead and show you some examples of how you can pair this with some order blocks or fair value gaps to take it, from one direction to the other. Okay, so let's start that next. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you how you can use the tool of the premium and discount as you're coming into New York Open. So basically ICT says to use the tool to mark out the range of a specific time frame. So right now we're in a 15-minute time frame. So what I would do is I would pull out the tool and I would go ahead and mark out the high and the low of this particular range. And as you guys can see here, we are definitely in a discounted range. We are in the green zone here. So when New York opens, we could possibly look for a setup to take it up high, right, to this buy side liquidity up here, which would be the Asia high and London highs up here. So, and also guys, real quick, as you guys can see, we are bouncing into this really nice big bullish 15-minute fair value gap, because like I said, ICT pairs it up with the fair value gaps and order blocks. He doesn't just use this tool by itself, with the premium and discount, I mean. So definitely looking pretty good and primed to make a move up. So what I would do here, once I have everything marked out, is I would go ahead and go down into my lower time frames. So let's go into a 1 minute, and as you guys can see, this is kind of back here. So what you can do is you can drag it further in if you wanted to, right? So you can have a better view of what's going on and mark out the levels. So here we are right here, and basically looking at this price action here, we came in, we're tapping into this 15-minute bullish fair value gap. We are in a discount, so I would have a bias of basically looking for longs, right, once market opens here at 9:30, which is this line here. And as you guys can see here, this is our last swing high that we have. So what you could do is mark that out. And as you guys can see, we are already breaking above it. So that would be considered a market structure shift right here. And what do we need in a market structure shift? We need displacement with the fair value gap. And that's exactly what we have forming right now. So let me go to mark this out. And so when New York opens, if we can get a tap into this 1 minute fair value gap, we go ahead and enter here, and then we have our targets for the buy side liquidity up here. So basically you want to be anticipating all these kind of things. So when market opens, you can even have this set up like this already, just anticipating the move that could happen. Now you can put your stop either below this candle or below here, or whatever you want. I usually risk about 30 points average, so that's how I would have it set up. And then basically anticipating what can happen when New York opens. So we're gonna go ahead and push play here and see if we get an entry. So here we go, guys, let's play it out. Okay, boom, right here. Oh, if we take it back one more bar. All right, so right in here, guys, we have our entry. So we would be in here, right? So basically I would have my limit like right here, right in here, a little bit but above the box. You don't really want it right at it, because sometimes price will come and just a few ticks off and take off without you. So just get in the habit of, or if you want to, you do whatever you want, but I just get in the habit of setting it a little bit above the fair value gap. And as you guys can see, we definitely got tapped in. So now let's play it out and see if we hit this buy side liquidity, and basically utilizing a fair value gap with a market structure shift, with us being in discount, coming out of a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So yeah, there's just a lot of confluences that lined up to make this even stronger, an even stronger, possible move to the upside. So let's go ahead and play it out and see if we get that take profit. So let's go ahead and see. Here we go. Boom, right off of that, there we are, making our way up, filling in this bearish fair value gap pretty nicely. And we almost hit TP right there. Let's stay in. All right, let's go. And any minute now, hopefully. Yes, right there, guys. Boom. So right in here, guys, we hit TP, and that's just a really cool example of how you can utilize other confluences like a market structure shift with the fair value gap being in discount, coming out of a 15-minute bearish fair value gap to basically take a trade, right? So we went from discount into premium, and yeah, so hopefully this example helped you guys out. And it's the exact same for setups in the premium range, right? So yeah, I just hope this video helped you bring some clarity to your trading and how to set this up. I hope you like the example, and as always, guys, we'll catch you on the next video. Stay tuned for the next one. We out.